What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make $100 a day trading. But real quick, as always, if you guys do find value in today's video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. All right, so in order to make $100 a day, let's say that you are trading contracts that are worth $100 a piece. Now, obviously, if you trade futures, this is going to be slightly different. And we'll talk about how to convert this to futures. But if you were trading options, if you were to only capture a 10% gain on that $100, you would have to buy 10 contracts and have a $1,000 position in order to make $100. However, if you were able to capture a 20% gain, you would actually only need 5 contracts, so a $500 position, in order to make $100. Now, if you were able to capture a 50% gain, you would only need 2 contracts, so a $200 position to make $100. And then finally, if you were able to capture a 100% gain, you would only need 1 contract to make $100. So the way that you're going to be able to make $100, the easiest way possible, is by capturing a larger percent gain. And we'll talk about how to capture those larger percent gains here in a little bit. But you don't want to be the person who's only scalping for 10%, because to me, a 10% gain on my options, that's honestly nothing. I like to aim more for like 20, 30, 40, 50% before I even start trimming and then letting my winners run. So don't be this person who's taking profits at 10%. Be the person who's taking their profits at a larger percentage gain, because you're going to need a smaller position to make that $100. And if you're newer to trading, I don't even suggest trading 10 contracts. Now, if you are trading futures and you're a small futures account, I would suggest sticking with MES, which is going to be $5 per point. In order to make $100 profit on that MES, you would have to capture a 20-point move, which is going to equate to $2 on SPY. If you were to trade 2 contracts on MES, you would have to capture 10 points. And if you were to trade 4 MES, you would have to capture 5 points in order to make $100. But as far as the strategies that I suggest to use, my favorite is going to be supply and demand. I have tons of videos on this channel teaching you on how to use supply and demand, so I will be leaving those links down in the description. But then the second strategy I really like to use is going to be Fibonacci retracements. Again, tons of videos on my channel. These two I mainly use on higher time frames to get higher time frame key levels. And really, most of my trading is done at these higher time frame key levels, because our risk to reward is always so skewed at these key levels. Our stop loss is literally right on the opposite side. But when we do react to these higher time frame key levels, that's when we really get a move in the market. And if you manage your position correctly and you let your winners run, that's when you're going to start profiting more than that $100 a day. Now, as far as intraday setups that I like to look for, the first one is just going to be a basic EMA pullback. So if price is in a downtrend and it pops back up and it pops into my moving averages, I'll look to short. Or if price is in an uptrend and it pulls back into my moving averages, I'll look to get long with a stop loss right on the opposite side. And then also the break and retest. So I do like to mark my pre-market high and my pre-market low. Once price breaks those levels, if it comes back and retests and either make it support or resistance, I'll look to go long or short with a stop loss right on the opposite side. So when it comes to my trading, honestly, these are all the setups that I trade. I keep the setups very minimal, very basic, but these are my highest probability trades. Now, as I was talking about scaling out, I never sell my entire position at one time. Again, you don't want to be the person taking 10 contracts and just taking your profits at 10%, because that literally makes no sense, because there's likely a lot more room for that trade to run and to capture you a larger percentage gain. So what I will do is I will sell some of my position and then I will move my stop loss to break even. So let's say, for example, if I bought 10 contracts, say I ended up buying calls and the options went up 20, 30%. I'll likely sell about half of my position, put my stop loss at break even, and see if I can start to capture that 40, 50, 60% gain before I start trimming again and then moving my stop loss higher. So as a result, this helps us capture larger moves in the market and increases our chance of capturing a larger percentage gain. So I would rather take 1 or 2 trades a week that run 40, 50, 60, 70% with size than a bunch of little 10, 15% scalps. It's a lot less stressful. And if you can catch those high probability trades and let your winners run, you're going to profit a lot more than all those tiny 10 to 15% scalps. Now, as far as calculating your stop loss, I want to show you how I go about calculating mine. Now, when trading, when it comes to calculating my stop loss, I mainly like to trade at key levels or at moving averages because my stop loss is literally going to be right on the opposite side. So if we're looking at ES today, we can see that ES ended up popping up into this VWAP area and we started rejecting right off of it. Well, okay, if we ended up getting short right here, our stop loss is right above the point of invalidation. So the point on this trade that would invalidate this setup is if price broke above VWAP. Or let's say we had a demand zone right here. Price comes down to demand, we end up bouncing out of it. Our stop loss is if price breaks below this entry candle right here. Or a beautiful trade that I actually ended up taking on, what was this, like, I think Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday was a bounce out of this 30-minute demand zone right here. So as price came down to the beginning of the demand, I started my position right here, but as we touched the opening of the demand right there, that's when I added to my position, and my stop loss was literally if price broke below right here. So if you're trading futures, it's very easy to calculate your stop loss because futures runs off of the point system, depending on what you're trading, ES, MES, NQ, or MNQ. However, if you're trading options, it's actually quite simple as well. What you'll do is at that point, your key level or VWAP, whatever it is, when price trades down to it, pull up the actual option chart and look to see where was the option trading when it traded down to this low. So let's just say we bought the SPY $500 calls. As price dropped down to this low right here, they traded at a low of $200 per contract. Well, okay, if we ended up entering at, let's just say 2.2, I could say, okay, well, if price were to break below this low, I know that the options are going to be at least 2.0. So that's already a $20 loss per contract. Then I like to give it a little buffer of like 10 to 15. So roughly on that trade, I would be risking about $30 to $35 per contract. And then from there, I can calculate in my head, okay, am I willing to risk $350, $700, $1,050, whatever it is. And then that determines how many contracts I go and buy. Or another really good example, and I'm so pissed that I missed this trade, but price came up into my daily supply zone that I was watching this entire week, and we ended up rejecting off of it right here with a beautiful candle to go short. So because we ended up rejecting right off the beginning of that supply zone, your stop loss would be if price broke right above this high right here. So again, if you're trading futures, you could very quickly calculate that if you entered at 734, your stop is above 39, so that's going to be about 5 points, give or take another point or two. So like 6 or 7 points for your stop loss. And again, if you're trading MES, that's going to be like $30 to $35 per MES. But say you ended up pulling up the puts in this scenario for SPY. And again, let's just say that at the high right here, the put traded at $200 per contract and you entered at 2.2. Well, okay, if price were to break above this high, we know that the options are going to go below 200. And again, we want to give it another $10 to $15 for a buffer. So you'd roughly be risking about $30 to $35 per contract. And then from there, again, you can calculate the overall size that you want to use. And the only other piece of advice that I can give you as far as making that $100 per day, honestly, it's not that hard to make the $100. It's more so once you get a really good entry, letting your winners run. And that's where I see a lot of traders struggle. They cannot let their winning trades run because they are so scared that the trade is going to go back against them, go back to break even. So essentially they'll end up losing on quote unquote paper profits because it's not actual profits until you take it. And they think that their $50, $60 profit is going to go back to zero. So as a result, they sell it early. But if you truly want to make large profits in the market, you have to get out of that mindset. Like I said, take some of your position off, move your stop loss up, and simply just let the trade run until your stop is either hit at break even, or if your stop loss is in profits, getting stopped out in profit. So something I want you to do if you do struggle to let your winning trades run is literally do not allow yourself to click that sell button. The only thing that you can do is move your stop loss one to break even or in a profit and let that bad boy run. Do not actually hit the sell button, only move your stop loss. But that is going to wrap up this video on how to make $100 a day trading. If you guys did find value in today's video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.